everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. So we are here, you've seen the title, it's time for me to give my honest thoughts on new products. So let's just jump right into me applying some products and sharing with you what I like and what I don't like. Okay, so the first product I'm going to start off with is this one right here. I don't entirely know how to pronounce the brand name. This is the LYS Beauty. Yet I have no idea. I'll put the name down here in case my pronunciation is very much confusing you. But this is the Pure Flush Serum. This is a new product. This brand is now carried at Beauty Heroes. Previously, the lipsticks had been carried at Credo. I tried out one of their lipsticks a while ago and I was just kind of neutral on it. I never really ended up reaching for it because it was a very much a red shade. Day-to-day life, I don't wear red lipstick that often, but I saw that they came out with this blush product and I was very intrigued to try it. Because basically I would describe it as like a gel blush. It reminds me of like those cheek tint kind of products. And the description of it was very interesting because it says to put all over the face for a noticeable lift. Here's the thing. Who wants to put a blush-like product over your entire face? Really why we wear foundation, concealer, all that stuff oftentimes is to cover up redness. So I have no idea why you'd want to put this product all over your face, but I haven't used it as a blush product and that's what we're going to do today. And I should start off by saying the only thing I have on for makeup, which you can probably tell is concealer under my eyes. I have no foundation. I play with this product quite a bit and honestly, I have a really hard time getting it to work with foundation. It does not layer on top of foundation well. It's really best if you just want to put on a bit of concealer or maybe a little bit of a powder foundation. But if you try and mix this with a foundation, things tend to not go well. Like it just kind of, I don't know, it doesn't look good. It doesn't work well. Everything starts like not laying well, which really bothers me. I'm going to be playing with a little bit of fire today because I do want to put on some foundation, but I think the strategy I'm going to take is to really focus this product on my cheeks and then try not to get the foundation like directly on my cheeks. Now I do have to say this product does give a nice like kind of a little pink flush to the cheeks. It's very natural, very sheer. If you are really someone that doesn't like to wear foundation or you want very kind of minimal light makeup, I think you would like this product. I do have some concerns if you have a deeper skin tone than me. I have super fair porcelain skin. How well this product would actually show up on you, I can't really attest to that because I only have my skin tone. But overall, I'm just not in love with this product. It works a lot better, I have to say, than a lot of other kind of like cheek tint, cheek stain products. Like I find that I can actually get it blended out. It's not drying down too quickly and it does leave a nice light flush, but as you can see, it's not much. And by the time I finish my makeup, I'm probably going to have to go on top of it with another blush because really, especially once I start getting any kind of foundation involved, this isn't that much flush. There's only one shade of this as well. So to me, it's not worth it. Like it just doesn't do enough to be worthwhile picking up. So for that reason, I would recommend passing on it. The next product is from LYS Beauty. This is their Aim High liquid highlighter and I have the shade Brave. So they came out with a number of kind of glowy products. They have a glowy primer. They have two types of highlighters. They have this liquid highlighter, which is what I have here. And then they also have a powder highlighter. I picked up the liquid highlighter because I find myself 9 times out of 10 reaching for a liquid or cream highlighter over a powder. And it looked like the shades were the same for the liquid highlighters and the powder highlighters. I have to say, I had to guess my shade from just looking at the swatches. There are 3 shades of the highlighter, and I feel like in terms of their highlighter shades, they really catered them towards deeper skin tones, which, you know what? I most of the time am catered to by having really fair porcelain skin. Most of the time I can find a highlighter that works for me. And the fact that these are a little bit deeper than what I would have liked for my skin tone, I can live with that. But I'm just giving that as reference in case you do have fair porcelain skin. Not entirely sure that these are the best highlighter shades for skin tones in that range. I can get the shade Brave to work, and I think it works fairly well, but just like in terms of my personal preference, and I've been doing this, I've been having my YouTube channel for over 5 years, 5 years now. I've been applying a lot of makeup. I feel like I have a good sense of what I like to see in a highlighter shade, and I feel like this one is a little bit deep for my personal preference. And if you notice, I am putting this on underneath foundation. I've tried this highlighter on top of foundation and underneath foundation, and it does work really well on top of foundation. It doesn't pick things up or move things around, which is one of my biggest complaints with liquid highlighters. However, I just find that for my personal preference and what I've been going for in terms of makeup looks, this just makes the highlighter look a little bit more natural. And not quite as blinding, because I really have been tending to not wear a ton of highlighter. So as you can see, I'm blending this out, and like you can see right here, it looks a little deep for my skin tone. As I get this blended out and I get everything kind of mixed together, I get some foundation in the situation, I've got my highlighter, I've got my blush. It's not bad. Like when I'm looking straight ahead, I'm not seeing like a terrible shadow. Because the highlighter itself is pretty sheer, it's not super pigmented. I mean, obviously it shines, it gives a nice glow, but it's not like a fundamentally very pigmented highlighter, but I still would like a smidge lighter, just like a nice like champagne shade. This is a little gold. There is a more pink shade, but I don't really love pink highlighters, so I went with this one, which was like the lightest of the gold. And I do like it, but to make it perfect, for me, I would like a little bit of a lighter shade. So I've got my highlighter on, I've got my blush on. I am going to go ahead and apply foundation. I will be back after doing that. I think I'm going to be using this one. This is the Kara Weiss Liquid Touch Foundation. I raved about this for so long. I haven't talked about it in a while on my channel, but I just wanted to let you know that I still love this product. Like, this is one of my holy grail foundations. I wear this so much. It's perfect for my oily skin. It gives a nice glow, but it's not like overly oily and dewy throughout the day, which I really like. I love the coverage level, and yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this, and then I'll be right back. I've got my foundation on. I've also powdered a little bit with my 14E setting powder, and as you can see, the blush is basically just kind of like gone, but you still can see the highlighter. So even with the powdering and everything else, you still are getting a nice glow from the highlighter. Like I said, I do like it. Would I like a smidge lighter shade? Yes, but I think it's still really good, especially if your skin tone is like at all deeper than mine. It'll definitely work well, no problem. And like I said, it's one of the best liquid highlighter formulas I've found, and that it really just plays well. Like, it doesn't get weird with my concealer, it doesn't get weird with my foundation, my blush, my setting powder. Like, it just plays well with others, which really is what I'm looking for in a liquid highlighter, and it gives a really beautiful glow. It's not at all glittery, chunky, anything like that, just a nice glow from within. Okay, so with that being said, let's move on to our next product. And the next one I have to talk about is the new Fitglow Brow Gel. They've come out with a couple shades of brow gel. I have the shade medium brown, and I've been playing around with this for a while. I have to say, I'm a big fan of the new Kosas brow gels. I like those a lot. When I want a little bit more of a natural brow look, I've actually really been liking the Rose Ink brow gel, and I got that one around the same time as this Fitglow one. This Fitglow brow gel is fine, but it's not ever going to be one of my favorites. It's got a nice, pretty small spoolie, and the shade medium brown works well for me. Here's the thing though. It doesn't provide really good hold. And that's one of the things I love about the Kosas brow gel, is it really glues my brows in place. I have a lot of brow hair, and I really just want brow gels to give it a little bit of extra tint, a little bit of extra color, shade in some spots that are a little bit more sparse, but really hold the brow hairs I have in place. And the Rose Ink one does not have the hold that the Kosas one does, but it also is it doesn't deposit a ton of product, so it gives a very natural look to the brows, and sometimes I'm going for that. But with this one, I feel like it deposits quite a bit of product, but also doesn't have a ton of hold. good, but just it's not one of my favorites. The next product here is a bit of a wild card product for me. I was placing an order on Sephora and I saw this, and I will say Milk Makeup is not a brand I've tried very much, and I consider it to be very much like borderline, but I did get intrigued by this product and I wanted to try it out for you guys. This is the Milk, this is the new Milk, what is it called? Hydro Grip Eye Primer. I've never tried the Hydro Grip primer, just like the regular face primer, but I'd heard like a lot of people talking about it. It became super trendy, and I saw this and I was like, everyone really liked that primer. I wonder how this eye primer works. So I went ahead, I put it in my cart and I purchased it. And I have to say, this thing is one of the biggest disappointments in a product that I've experienced in quite a while. Let me explain why. So like I said, I've never tried the Hydro Grip primer, the regular one, but what I'd heard about it was that it was like grippy, like it really gripped things in place. And I have oily hooded eyelids, and I was like, that I feel like would work really well for an eye primer, like just really hold my eyeshadows in place, lock them in place. However, that is not the way I would describe the texture of this. It is not at all sticky. I've tried kind of stickier eye primers before, and I would not describe this as being a sticky eye primer at all. It's more kind of like silicone-y, I guess, but it hasn't held my eyeshadows in place that well. It does have a doe fit applicator. I will go ahead and use this today, but I have to say, if you're looking at it, just pass on it. It really does not hold your eyeshadows in place. In fact, I had some of the worst creasing I'd seen in a long time with using this eye primer, so it really is not worth it. I'm gonna do it for the sake of this video, but I would just highly suggest just passing. I have to say though, it hasn't irritated my eyes. I do have pretty sensitive eyes. Even in kind of like the conscious beauty space, I've found products that do irritate my eyes. This one hasn't, so there is that. Oh, it is clear. If you're looking for kind of like a clear eyeshadow primer, it is clear, but it just doesn't do much. Yeah, so here it is on. I mean, you can't see anything because it's like a clear product, but it feels kind of more like waxy. Like I don't know if you can see me touching my eyelid here. It looks kind of weird, but there's like no stick to it. Like there's not a grip part, and just doesn't give it any longevity to shadows, which is very disappointing. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some eyeshadow quickly, and then I will be back to talk about some more products. I used the Lavina Eye Magic palette. This palette is so good. Every time I put on this eyeshadow, I'm like, wow, this is such a good palette. So regardless of the eye primer, it's a really beautiful palette. I mean, look at that. It's just beautiful. Okay. So moving on, we've got on eyeshadow. The next product I want to talk about is this one here. So I really have not tried much from Lawless. Like, to be really honest, not many of their products have been intriguing to me. I just haven't felt drawn to pick them up. But they did come out with a new foundation and setting spray. And I was going to initially pick up the foundation. I think it was called the Conceal the Deal foundation. But it's what's described as being very full coverage. And I just have not been wearing full coverage foundations at all. And I was like, you know what? I could try it for my channel, but I'm probably not going to review it that well because I just haven't been reaching for full coverage foundations. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to pick it up. However, I did get very intrigued by this. This is the Glam Guard Long Wear Setting Spray. And I have oily skin. I have extremely oily skin. Like, I don't know how my skin gets this oily, but somehow it does. And this intrigued me because it was supposed to kind of have like a powdering technology in it. I don't know. I've tried a lot of setting sprays. In conventional beauty and conscious beauty. I've tried like the Urban Decay All Nighter. I never really found them to make a difference. And this one, I have to say, I wouldn't say it makes a huge difference either. I have tried this out. I do like it. And I think it's probably better to stack the deck in my favor. But I did find that with using it, at the end of the day, I still looked very oily. Though granted, my makeup, I felt like held up well. But I've also been using it in conjunction with the 14E setting powder. And I know the 14E setting powder on its own like locks my makeup in place. So I can't tell you how much of that like locking in place is just the setting powder. But I can tell you that this did not prevent me from getting oily. So if you're looking for something to like prevent you from getting oily, this is not going to do it. but I thought it's an interesting product. I do want to play around with it more. This is a little bit of a first impressions on it. I haven't been blown away so far, but I do want to try this more extensively. I do like that it doesn't make me look more glowy. Like a lot of setting sprays you'll spray on and they just like make you look even more glowy. I do like that this one I feel like is actually like a bit mattifying at first, but the thing is it says long wear setting spray. For me, long wear also means helping with the oiliness, which I feel like this doesn't do. The next product I'm going to talk about, actually I think this is the last new product that I have. There have been a lot of launches recently and there's like even more stuff coming out. It's crazy. This is the Ilia, the new Ilia mascara. This is the fullest volumizing mascara. I have a YouTube short and I also posted a reels of me trying this one and the lengthening mascara, doing one eye with each mascara. I will link that video up above, so in case you want to see a side-by-side comparison, you can see that. The short answer is I really like this mascara. I like the longest lash mascara, but this one is a more volumizing mascara and I like volumizing mascaras. Like that's my personal preference for mascaras. So this one to me is even more up my alley than the other one. It is a really nice mascara. I haven't had issues with it smudging or transferring. Obviously it is not waterproof. So, you know, it's not a waterproof mascara. If you cry, if you're in the rain, something like that, it is going to run on you. But I do find that just like in day-to-day wearing, it's not getting all over the place. I'm going to quickly apply this and then I will hop back and kind of wrap up everything and my thoughts. So I finished off my mascara. As you can see, it is a really nice volumizing mascara. It reminds me of the Kosas Biggest Lash Mascara, but is that what it's called? The Biggest Lash? The Kosas mascara, but like it's a much better version of that because that mascara is not good. It transfers, it smudges, but this one is like that, but a better version. I did add a little bit of blush. I used the Han Skincare Cosmetics, their blush. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so you're notified when I post videos. And come follow me on Instagram. I'm at naturallybeautifulgirlkat there. And once again, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.